The controversy surrounding Prince Harry has taken a serious turn, with Levin, his biographer, making explosive claims about the negative effects of his drug use on his mental state and personal life. Levin asserts that Harry's history of drug use, including cocaine, marijuana, and psychedelics like magic mushrooms, has significantly impaired his thinking, judgment, and ability to connect with reality. The implications of these admissions could extend beyond personal struggles. They may also have legal ramifications for Harry's life in the United States. Former federal prosecutor Nima Romani has pointed out that Harry's acknowledgement of drug use could jeopardize his U.S. visa. The U.S. typically denies entry to individuals with a history of drug use, raising questions about how Harry was granted entry in the first place. This situation highlights concerns about transparency and fairness in the immigration process, particularly for high-profile figures like Prince Harry. Why does he appear to receive special treatment while ordinary citizens are often turned away for similar confessions? Levin's insights into Harry's mental state are particularly alarming. She notes that his repeated drug use has adversely affected his judgment, describing it as having a detrimental impact on his thought process. Observers of Harry's recent actions, such as suing the press, publicly criticizing his family, and portraying himself as a perpetual victim, might agree with Levin's assessment. His behavior has been characterized as erratic, emotional, and inconsistent, with decisions that seem impulsive. Levin describes these traits as emotional, erratic, and obsessive, suggesting a potential link to his history with drugs. Adding to the complexity is Harry's role as an advocate for mental health. He has spoken at summits and collaborated with wellness brands, yet his frequent admissions of drug use raise questions about his credibility. How can he promote mental clarity while openly acknowledging his drug use? Levin poses a challenging question. Is Harry genuinely practicing what he preaches, or is he struggling under the weight of his own contradictions? He claims to advocate for mental health, yet his own mental clarity appears to be deteriorating. Harry's behavior has not only alienated the public but also his own family. He has publicly criticized relatives, severed ties with close kin, and demanded apologies for perceived slights. There is a noticeable disconnect between the Harry of years past and the individual he has become. Many are left wondering whether his drug use has played a role in this transformation. His recent choices seem driven more by emotion than by rational thought, suggesting a warped perception of reality. Levin's comments have ignited a significant online reaction, with some praising her for her bravery in addressing uncomfortable truths, while others accuse her of being overly harsh. Regardless of one's opinion on Levin's delivery, it is undeniable that Harry's behavior raises serious concerns. If he fails to take responsibility for his actions and continues down this path, what does the future hold for him? If Harry genuinely seeks to make changes, would quitting drugs help him regain control over his life? Perhaps the most troubling aspect of this situation is Harry's status as a symbol of celebrity justice. While ordinary individuals face severe consequences for drug use, it appears that Harry has received preferential treatment, possibly due to the political connections of his family in the U.S. With the support of the Biden administration, it is difficult to envision Harry facing the same accountability as an average person. Would the narrative be different if he were not Prince Harry? In conclusion, Levin's revelations about Harry's drug use extend beyond mere family disputes or royal drama. They touch on the real-life consequences of his actions. His behavior is no longer just erratic. It is becoming dangerous from legal, psychological, and moral standpoints. Harry's life is evolving into a complicated and messy situation, and whether he can turn things around remains uncertain. However, the reality is clear. His past actions, drug use, contradictions, and lack of accountability are catching up with him. The pressing question now is whether he will take responsibility for his life or continue to spiral down a path of self-destruction.